You know what I've just realized? Not only DW is at Emily's house studying for an exam in one of her classes. Tomorrow, she has a remote job interview because she plans to get a remote job soon so that she can save up for when she goes to college. And I have to do something about this, so that she can go back to preschool where she belongs. She doesn't belong in the 11th grade as a matter of fact. She is too young to be in high school. But right now, I can't think of anything to do in order to get her back to preschool. Wait a minute, I can annoy the interviewer by playing really loud music in my room, slamming doors in the house, or even joining in on their Zoom meeting. This is going to be the best thing that I have ever done in my entire life. Ha 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 ha.
Hey Arthur.
Hey Mom, what is it that you need this time?
I was wondering, can you come home in a couple of days so that you can watch over Joseph for me? Here is the thing, I have to take Kate to her doctor's appointment on Friday, and I asked every babysitter in town to watch over Joseph, and every one of them declined the offer. And DW is also going to have her virtual job interview that day and won't be able to watch over Joseph. So would you be able to watch over him?
I am more than willing to do so. First, I am going to let some of my professors know that I am not going to attend class Thursday or Friday, and I can download the lectures to make sure I don't fall behind in any of my classes.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So, what time do you plan on getting into TheGoanimate City?
I believe I will get in at between 5 or 7 in the evening. That's when the train will arrive. Anyways, I better get going because I need to get some homework done, but I will see you on Thursday.
We'll see you Thursday. You take care, Arthur.
You take care as well, Mom.
Joseph, can you please come downstairs? I need to talk to you, but you're not in trouble or anything.
What is it, Mom?
Joseph, you're very likely aware that DW has an interview this Friday for a remote job, and Kate has a doctor's appointment that same day. Arthur is coming home so that he can watch over you that day.
I don't want a babysitter, 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 unless Karen comes over to babysit. I especially don't want Arthur babysitting me. Wah.
Joseph Christopher Reed, don't even get me started with your childish temper tantrums. Arthur is going to babysit you, and that is final. There is no way we're letting Karen watch over you because Karen is very entitled. So, accept things the way they are.
Look, I don't want Arthur to babysit me, I want Karen over instead. Because she gives me everything I want, whenever I want.
Too bad, Joseph. Arthur is going to be your babysitter. And one thing, I need you to be on your absolute best behavior while I'm with Kate at her doctor's appointment, otherwise you will be grounded even more. Understand?
Okay, Mom, I promise to behave myself when Arthur is here.
Well, you better keep your promise, because remember what happens when you misbehave. Arthur, while Kate and I are at the doctor's office, I want you to make sure that Joseph isn't misbehaving. If he does, send me a text message, and because I will have to wait until Kate's appointment is over, if he misbehaves, send him to his room for time out. And I will deal with him when I get home.
Sounds good, Mom. If anything, I will certainly let you know. Anyways, I better let you and Kate go to the doctor's office so that you aren't late for her appointment.
Sounds good, Arthur. Anyways, we will be back in about 1 to 2 hours.
Okay, so in about 1 minute, I will be in the Zoom meeting with the hiring manager, and I think I am going to ace this interview. I know I can do this.
Alright, now that DW is about to begin her job interview, I'm going to put on really loud rock music, and slam doors.
Good afternoon, DW. My name is Allison, and I will be doing your interview this afternoon.
Thanks for having me on, Allison. It's a pleasure to meet you.
No, thanks for accepting the invitation. So how are you doing this afternoon?
I am doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm also doing well, thanks for asking. So, you applied to be an entry-level digital assistant. And from what your resume looks like, you have enough qualifications for the position. But I will be asking you a few questions.
Oh no, I think that is my younger brother playing loud music in his bedroom, and if he doesn't turn off the music, this will ruin the interview. I will be right back.
Yes, this is the best day that I have ever had in my entire life. Playing rock and roll music and slamming doors. Oh no, who is it? Alright, time to watch CoComelon. Catch me if you can, Arthur Timothy Reed.
More like you're in big trouble, Joseph Christopher Reed.
Run, run, as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I am the invincible Joseph Reed.
That's right, Joseph Christopher Reed, you are in so much trouble.
Thanks to you, my job interview ended very early because I could not concentrate, and chances are, I'm not going to get the job because there are other people the hiring manager is going to interview.
DW, I cannot believe you turned off my music.
I had to turn it off because it was very distracting. But you were also running around the house, making even more noise around the house, and that's why the interview just ended.
Turn the music back on, 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 turn the music back on. I want the music back on.
Joseph, stop it. Just, stop it. This is why I had to come home from college, so that I could watch over you, and yet, you continue to misbehave and act very childish like you're doing right now.
I'm not going to stop crying until you turn my music back on. Why can't you do a simple thing like that?
Well, you making a lot of noise around the house is why I got distracted during my job interview and why it ended early.
And you know what, I am going to have to let Mom know about your behavior. That's it, Joseph. Go upstairs to your room right now, and Mom and Dad will deal with you when they come home.
Wah.
Stop it, just, stop it.
You know what? I am not particularly satisfied with the breakfast the school is serving.
Same here, Tom. I can't stand having to only eat cereal, toast, and Pop-Tarts for breakfast every day. Why can't they add more items on the menu like French toast, oatmeal, and omelets?
We have to think of something in order to fix this problem, but what is there to do? Can you think of an idea?
Hey Tom, I just thought of an idea.
You do tell me more.
Let's change the school breakfast menu so that there is more variety. No one wants to only have cereal, Pop-Tarts, and toast. We also need to add milk and orange juice to the menu.
You know what? That is an excellent idea. I haven't even thought of the idea until you just told me about it. Say, why don't we go to the library after school, and we can make the new lunch menus, breakfast menus.
All right then. Let's get to business, and start making those new menus. I hope the students and staff will be satisfied.
All right, Joey, since no one is here watching us, now is the perfect time to put up the new menus, and then, using GoAnimate logic, we will order the new breakfast items.
Good, now the new menus are up. Now, time to order the new food items. And using GoAnimate logic, they should arrive within 10 to 15 minutes from now.
Wow, I cannot believe we're getting different items for breakfast. This is so much better than just having cereal and Pop-Tarts.
I agree with you, Brian. I have always wanted to have pancakes at school. However, my mom usually fixes me breakfast before I have to come to school.
The breakfast is better than before. However, I don't think something is right.
The principal or the vice principal usually announces changes to the breakfast or lunch menu over the intercom beforehand, but this was unannounced.
I can totally agree with you. And I have a feeling it could have been Tom and Joey who decided to change the school breakfast menu.
I would be surprised in a way because those two have been making fun of you until he was removed from our homeroom class. This breakfast is just great, so that's why I am surprised if they were the ones behind this. If it's not them, then maybe the chefs who make the food changed the menu.
I guess you may be right, you cannot rule out that possibility. If it's a troublemaker behind this, they would add items to the menu that are not healthy like Pepsi, donuts, and whatnot.
Another beautiful day at GoAnimate Middle School. Tom and Joey have somewhat improved their behavior since I brought them back from suspension and put them in a different homeroom class. Wait a minute, I'm looking at the surveillance tapes from early this morning. Tom and Joey are the ones who changed the school breakfast menu. I'm going to have to call them into my office. Joey Andrews, Tom Hendricks, report to the front office immediately. Joey Andrews, Tom Hendricks, report to the front office immediately.
Principal Phillips, why do you look so angry right now? We haven't done anything wrong.
I'm afraid you did something against school policies. And that is changing the school breakfast menu.
We did that because we were tired of having to only eat cereal and Pop-Tarts for breakfast every single day, and we felt that there needs to be more variety on the breakfast menu, that's all.
I understand that, but before you make any changes to the breakfast menu, or the lunch menu, you need to have approval from what the students want, and you also need my approval. But because you changed the menu without my approval, I have something in mind for you too.
Are you going to suspend us indefinitely?
Not this time. And as a matter of fact, it was my mistake when I had you two suspended for the remainder of the school year after what you did to Brian. This time, you're going to be serving in school suspension for the next 2 weeks.
What? You can't do that.
I can, and I have. Go there right now. And I am going to notify your parents about this.
Tom. We can't you believe you and Joey changed the school breakfast menu without the principal's permission. You should know better than to do that. That was a major inconvenience for the students and the staff.
And you too have to serve 2 weeks of in-school suspension. For this, you will be grounded for an additional 2 weeks. Do not leave the house other than going to school or going for a walk around the neighborhood. Now go upstairs to your room now.
Joey, we cannot believe that you and Tom changed the school breakfast menu. This is just as bad as when you were making fun of Brian several times.
For this, you're also going to be grounded for another 2 weeks. No TV during this time, no video games, no pizza, no McDonald's. Now go upstairs to your room now.
Stop. Slamming. Doors.
Principal Phillips. I came here because there are a lot of students who were actually happy with the new breakfast menu. And a lot of the staff like the change as well.
And what is it that they want on the menu lately?
They really like the omelets, the oatmeal, French toast, pancakes, milk, apple juice, and orange juice. And as a matter of fact, most of the students are tired of having Pop-Tarts and cereal every day.
I'm going to discuss that with the people who make the food for the school, and inform them that is what the students want. Tom and Joey, I do sincerely apologize for the amount of time I assigned you for in-school suspension. I did not realize that everyone in the school is satisfied with the new breakfast menu. However, there are 2 things I need to tell both of you. Number 1, instead of in-school suspension, you will be serving lunch detention with your new homeroom teacher, and that will only be for 5 days. And number 2, if you don't like the breakfast items we serve here at school, then you can eat breakfast at home. Simple as that. Does it sound fair for both of you?
That sounds fair, Principal Phillips.
You may now return to in-school suspension, and you will be back in your regular classes after lunch.
Well, I am glad the school decided to go ahead with the new breakfast items. Even I got tired of only Pop-Tarts and cereal.
So am Edge. And I am surprised that what Tom and Joey did actually made everyone happy for once.
I totally agree with you. Now, let's eat our breakfast before the bell rings for homeroom.
DW, Kate, Joseph, can you please come into the living room for a few minutes? Your father and I need to discuss something with you 3.
What is it, Mom and Dad?
Joseph, as you should know already, DW has a school performance on Tuesday. But we decided that you're not coming with us because we figured you would throw a temper tantrum. So we decided to hire you a babysitter.
Good thing I am not coming to DW's school performance, but at the same time, I don't want a babysitter.
Now Joseph, you need a babysitter because of your behavior recently.
Well then, do you have any idea who it will be? It better not be Catherine, because she grounded me every 30 minutes, and she also took away my baby shows.
First of all, it's not going to be Catherine, however, that is not how you talk about her. Second thing, your babysitter will be Dave, who is Catherine's husband.
Wow, so this means he and I are going to watch Barney and Friends the entire time he is babysitting me. This is going to be so much fun.
Not so fast, Joseph.
What do you mean?
You're not watching baby shows while Dave is babysitting you. He may like them, knowing he is a school bus driver for preschoolers and kindergarteners. But you're not watching them because you're grounded.
Second of all, more importantly, you do need to realize that kids your own age don't watch shows like Barney anymore. You're 11 years old, and next school year, you will be in the 6th grade, assuming you don't fail any of your classes.
Oh no, Joseph is going to have another tantrum. Things are not looking good.
I want Dave to watch Barney and Friends with me. I want Dave to watch Barney and Friends with me. I want Dave to watch Barney and Friends with me. I want Dave to watch Barney and Friends with me.
Joseph, enough with the tantrums. They're really getting annoying. Like your father and I just told you, Dave is not going to watch Barney and Friends with you because you're grounded.
Well then, he can take me to Chuck E. Cheese's, because I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese's so that I can win Barney toys and Cocomelon toys.
Seriously, Joseph, number 1, we asked Dave not to take you to any restaurants because you're grounded. And number 2, you are also too old to go to Chuck E. Cheese's. That is mainly for younger kids. So why can't you accept that?
That's it, Joseph Christopher Reed, go back to your room. We'll discuss this further with you in about 15 to 20 minutes. That must be Dave, and we better get going so that DW can be with her class, and we can find a good seat in the auditorium. Remember, Joseph, to behave yourself, otherwise you will be grounded, understand?
Hello, Joseph.
Hey Dave. So good to see you today.
Same here. I am very happy to be your babysitter this afternoon, and I have heard things about you.
And I know we have a lot of things in common.
And what are those?
Your favorite shows are Barney the Dinosaur and Cocomelon.
One of them you got right. Actually, my other favorite show from when I was much younger was Shining Time Station. You probably never heard of that show before.
What is Shining Time Station?
Have you heard of Thomas and Friends?
Yes, I have heard of that.
A few segments from Thomas are featured on Shining Time Station, and that show was on PBS in the 80s and the early 90s.
I see.
Anyways, I was thinking let's have lunch first. What do you have in mind?
I have a suggestion. Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese's for lunch.
Joseph, I'm afraid we can't go there because your parents don't want me to take you to any restaurant.
But seriously, I don't want to eat lunch here at the house. I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese's.
I'm sorry, but we cannot go to Chuck E. Cheese's. How about I make us some pizza here at the house?
I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese's. 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 Please, I just want you to take me to Chuck E. Cheese's for lunch.
Joseph, seriously, don't get me started with this childish behavior. It is especially embarrassing for me, knowing I used to behave like that, and it's giving me flashbacks. So please, stop acting childish.
I'm just upset that you won't take me to Chuck E. Cheese's. So don't call me childish, okay?
I don't want to have to repeat myself, but yes, you're acting childish. And we're not going to Chuck E. Cheese's. That's it, Joseph. I want you wait in the living room while I make lunch.
I love you, you love me, we're a great big happy family.
Joseph, the pizza is ready. All right, Joseph, time to dig into this delicious pizza.
Wow, Dave, that was really good. And I'm now starting to think that you make the best pizzas in the whole wide world.
Thank you, Joseph. I knew you would like my pizza.
Alright, time to watch some CoComelon on the TV.
Hey Joseph, don't you think it's time that you start on your homework?
I am about to watch some CoComelon, and I can do my homework later.
Well, your parents told me that you are behind in your schoolwork, and failing many of your classes. So I think it's a good idea that you did your homework, and then watch CoComelon.
But I want to watch CoComelon right now. It's more fun than homework.
Not this again. Don't start having another one of your temper tantrums.
I don't want to do my silly homework. I want to watch CoComelon for the rest of the day. Because I like being entertained by CoComelon. Please, let me watch CoComelon.
Joseph, stop it. Just stop it. You need to do your homework because it is important to do well in school. Also, it's more important than watching CoComelon all day long.
I want to watch CoComelon, 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 I want to watch CoComelon.
That's it, Joseph, go to your room for 15 minutes. And in the time, you better be doing your homework. I'm also going to call your parents about how you've behaved for me.
I want to watch CoComelon, 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 I want to watch CoComelon.
I want to watch Shining Time Station, 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 I want to watch Shining Time Station. Why can't you let me watch Shining Time Station? May
I have your attention for just a moment? What you just saw was only a blooper. As you should know, my husband Dave doesn't act that childish anymore. I mean, he can act that way sometimes, but he's improving his behavior a lot. What actually happened next? Joseph got grounded by his parents for how he behaved when Dave was babysitting him.
DW, Kate, Joseph, can you please come to the living room for a few minutes? We have some good news about spring break.
What is it, Mom and Dad?
We're going somewhere that you will all enjoy for spring break. You all can each take a guess.
Are we going to a Chicago Cubs baseball game?
No. In fact, baseball season doesn't start until either the end of this month or the beginning of next month. Right now, the baseball teams are in spring training.
Are we going to a CoComelon live concert?
No, we're not going to see CoComelon live. Number 1, they're not coming to GoAnimate City for a while. And number 2, you're too old to attend CoComelon live. That is for younger children, and you're 11 years old.
Are we going to Disneyland? Or Disney World?
No, but you're on the right track. We're going to Universal Studios theme park for spring break.
I've always wanted to go to University Studios, and I never was able to go there in my life.
Universal Studios Joseph. Anyways, I know you're going to enjoy the place. We're all going to enjoy Universal Studios.
And Joseph, one thing we have to tell you. If you are on your best behavior, then you will no longer be grounded. How does that sound?
Wow, finally getting ungrounded for once.
However, if you misbehave, especially during the entire trip, you will be grounded until the end of the school year. Do you understand?
I understand, Mom and Dad.
And will you promise to be on your best behavior, Joseph?
Yes, I promise to behave myself at Universal Studios.
Good. Anyways, we leave next Friday, which is why we got permission from the schools. Our flight leaves GoAnimate City at 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, Universal Studios, here we are. At long last.
I know, we all are happy to be here. So, let's see what rides we can go on.
Wow, super silly fun land. Maybe there is something that has to do with Barney the dinosaur in this place. And so many baby show characters.
Joseph, I don't think we're going to Super Silly Fun Land because that is mostly for toddlers, preschoolers, and kindergarteners. Besides, Barney isn't owned by Universal Pictures.
But Mom and Dad, I really want to go to Super Silly Fun Land because it has a lot of baby show characters, and really fun rides where you meet baby show characters.
Joseph, remember that you promised to be on your best behavior. And that means don't be acting childish. Besides, your dad and I think you're too old to go to Super Silly Fun Land. Look, you see the kids going there are mostly toddlers and preschoolers and kindergarteners, and you're 11 years old already, so you don't need to go to Super Silly Fun Land. There are other things to see while at Universal Studios. And you need to seriously move on from toddler and preschool shows.
I want to go to Super Silly Fun Land. I want to go to Super Silly Fun Land. I want to go to Super Silly Fun Land. I want to go to Super Silly Fun Land. I want to go to Super Silly Fun Land. I want to go to Super Silly Fun Land. I want to go to Super Silly Fun Land. I want to go to Super Silly Fun Land.
Now Joseph, don't even think about throwing one of your signature temper tantrums. Especially because other people are likely looking at us. Now, let's enjoy our time at Universal Studios Park.
No, not until you take me to Super Silly Fun Land so that I can see the baby show characters and go on kiddie rides.
Joseph, you need to realize we're not going to Super Silly Fun Land.
However, there are many places in the park that are family friendly.
Those places don't have anything to do with Barney, Teletubbies, Cocomelon, Paw Patrol, Wonder Pets, Bubble Bath Bay, Where's Waldo, or any of these amazing kids shows. I also want to go on kiddie rides.
My goodness, this is really getting embarrassing. An 11-year-old, acting like he is 3 years old. And I can see people looking at us already.
I agree with you, DW. An 11-year-old acting like a 3-year-old is beyond me. I agree with Mom and Dad. Joseph should have moved on from baby shows a long time ago.
Look, I'm just upset because you won't take me to Super Silly Fun Land. Why can't you take me to Super Silly Fun Land, entitled Catherine?
Joseph, don't call us entitled Catherine. That is not very nice. All we're trying to tell you is you're too old for Super Silly Fun Land, and there are other places to go to that you will enjoy.
Joseph, you have one more chance to behave yourself, and if you keep up this childish behavior of yours, then we're going straight home, and you're going to be grounded until the end of the school year.
Do you understand us? That's it, Joseph Christopher Reed. We are going straight home first thing tomorrow, and you're getting grounded for the rest of the school year. Stop crying, Joseph Christopher Reed. We told you that if you kept up this behavior, that we would be going home early, which is why we had to catch an earlier flight.
But I told you I was upset because you didn't let me go to Super Silly Fun Land and see a variety of baby show characters.
Joseph, I know that you miss your preschool days, but you seriously need to move on. You're 11 years old, and we didn't see any kids your age going into Super Silly Fun Land.
Can we go back to Universal Studios?
No, we cannot, especially because we're already leaving the airport. We're going straight home.
Well then, can we at least go to CoComelon Live when it arrives in GoAnimate City?
Absolutely not. There is no way we're taking you to CoComelon Live. You're way too old to watch CoComelon. When you get home, you will immediately go upstairs to your room.
Go to your room right now, and think about how you behaved at Universal Studios.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Linmout Sr., can you please come downstairs? This is pretty important.
Not now, Rita. I'm not finished watching Super Simple Songs.
It's very important, so I need you to come downstairs. You've been watching YouTube videos for 3 hours already, so I think it is time to take a break for right now.
Fine. What is it that you need from me, Rita?
Lynn Sr., I think you have been forgetting something.
And what is that?
Today is Lori's birthday, and we wanted to take her somewhere to celebrate.
Happy birthday, Lori. I'm sorry I forgot about that.
Why, thank you, Dad. Anyways, in case you didn't realize, we are going to celebrate my birthday at TGI Fridays.
What's wrong, Linmout Sr.? I thought you liked TGI Fridays, remember?
I don't want to go to TGI Fridays. Want to go to Peter Piper Pizza instead because I can play on the arcade games. TGI Fridays doesn't have any arcade games.
Oh no, here we go again. I thought Dad knew better than to act childish.
Now Linmout Sr., don't act this way, especially because it's Lori's birthday. You can go to Peter Piper Pizza at any time, but today, we're going to TGI Fridays because that's where Lori wanted to go for her birthday.
Why? I want to go to Peter Piper Pizza. 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 Please, Rita, I want you to take us to Peter Piper Pizza because that is way more fun than silly TGI Fridays. Why?
Linmout Sr.
No!
For the 10th time already, we are not going to Peter Piper Pizza, we are going to TGI Fridays for dinner. And that is final. So I suggest you stop throwing a childish tantrum so that we can head over to the restaurant.
My goodness, this is embarrassing. I can't believe Dad is acting this way.
I know, right? He is just acting like a man-child. I hope he can get himself together so that we can go to TGI Fridays and have a nice time while celebrating Lori's birthday.
If he behaves this way while we're at TGI Fridays, this is not going to be a very happy birthday for me. Seriously, why is he acting so childish lately?
Why? Stop calling me childish. 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 I'm not a child. I'm a grown-up, so stop calling me childish. Haven't you learned some manners?
Right, that's it, Linnout Sr. You can keep on kicking and screaming on the floor like the big baby you are acting like right now. I'm taking the kids going to TGI Fridays while you can stay at home.
Wait, Rita, don't go without me. I want to go to TGI Fridays. 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 Please, I promise to be a good boy. Why?
Stop it. Just stop it.
Wow, I can't believe that Rita and the kids went to TGI Fridays without me. What is there for me to do for the time being? I don't know what to do right now. Wait a minute, I think I will be watching CoComelon while Rita and the kids are celebrating Lori's birthday. It will be the best thing I have ever done in my life. CoComelon is really fun and is really educational. Just like Barney and Friends.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town.
Wow, I really like CoComelon. It's like Barney and Friends, but there are more songs. I can't stop watching this show.
Hey Linnout Sr., we're back. What is it I am seeing right now? Is that CoComelon? Linnout Sr., how long have you been watching CoComelon while we were at TGI Fridays?
I've been watching this for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. This is so much fun to watch.
Well, I think you've been watching TV for more than enough time. There are other things to do, you know.
Wait, are you saying I can't watch CoComelon?
That's not what I'm saying at all. You can watch CoComelon, but you don't need to be on the TV for hours on end. That's not good for you. Why don't you do something else, like go for a walk?
Why can't you let me watch TV all of this time? I want to watch TV. 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 Why?
Come on, Linnout Sr. Not this childish behavior again. I'm not saying you can't watch TV. I'm just saying that you should limit the amount of time you spend watching TV. There are other things to do.
But seriously, going for a walk, reading a book, come on, those things are not as fun as watching CoComelon and listening to their songs, and I really like the animations.
What is going on with Dad lately? He didn't used to watch TV for hours on end.
I know, right? And even worse, this childish behavior is absolutely embarrassing. Not just for himself, but also for the entire family. This has got to stop. That's it. Linnout Sr., you can keep kicking and screaming like the big baby you are acting like right now. I am going to talk to you later.
I just came home from school, homework is finished. And now time to watch some educational TV before dinner is ready. I wonder what is there to watch right now.
Coming up right now on PBS Kids, an all-new episode of Bill Nye the Science Guy. Stay tuned.
Oh good, I really like Bill Nye the Science Guy. He is the reason I am getting good grades in my science class, and his show is very educational.
Brian, what are you doing? Oh my goodness, don't tell me you're watching Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Mom, can you please be quiet, the show is about to start. And this is an educational show.
You know what? I don't want you watching that show anymore, because Bill Nye the Science Guy is for babies, and you should be watching shows that are more for kids your age.
Bill Nye the Science Guy is not for babies. It's for students in 2nd grade to about 5th grade, but I have seen 6th graders and even 7th graders watching this show.
I don't care. You're too old for Bill Nye the Science Guy. And I suggest you watch a different science program like Nova. That is more for kids your own age.
Both shows are educational. However, this is my all-time favorite science program. And it has helped me get good grades in my science class.
I don't think so, Brian. Now I suggest you change the channel, or turn off the TV, or I am going to do it myself.
No, I am not doing either of those things. The show just started, and now I cannot concentrate. Besides, I need to watch this episode because my science class is going to do a lab later this week.
Oh, really? I don't believe you at all. You're becoming just like your father when it comes to watching shows that are for babies. Now, I'm not going to say it again. Either you change the channel, or turn off the TV.
And like I said, I am not turning off this program or changing the channel.
You know what? I am going to turn off the TV myself since you refuse to do so. This should teach you that you're too old to watch these kinds of programs because they're for babies.
Wait, Mom, what in the world are you doing? Wah! Turn it back on. You cannot stop me from watching educational TV.
Absolutely. No! You're too old for Bill Nye the Science Guy. Now stop watching baby shows.
Please, turn the program back on. I need to watch Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Stop it. Just stop it. And you're grounded for a week for watching that silly baby show.
I can't get enough of The Simpsons. In particular, this episode is really funny.
Dave, are you watching The Simpsons?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm watching one of the best episodes of the series. It's really funny.
You know what? I want you to turn that off and watch something else instead, like The Office.
Wait, what?
You're too old to watch The Simpsons because it's a cartoon, and all cartoons are for babies, including Family Guy.
I am not too old to watch that show, just like I am not too old to watch Barney and Friends.
You got one part right, and that is you're not too old for Barney, because it is a popular sitcom that airs weeknights on NBC. But I don't think you should be watching The Simpsons. That show causes you to throw your usual childish temper tantrums.
Stop this nonsense, Catherine. Barney isn't even making new episodes on PBS Kids. And second of all, The Simpsons isn't even a baby show. You want to see what a real baby show is? I suggest you drop the entitled Catherine act.
No! You cannot tell me what to do, because I run everything in this house. I can make all the rules about things you are too old for. And one of them is you cannot watch The Simpsons or Family Guy because those shows are for babies. Now, for the last time, watch a different show like Barney, the sitcom, or watch The Office.
Well, is that so? If you refuse to stop telling everyone they're too old for this, and too old for that, then you are grounded until you stop this nonsense.
Stop telling me what to do, 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 stop telling me what to do. You know that I don't like it when people watch shows they are too old for. Yeah.
Right, not only you are acting so entitled, you're also throwing a childish tantrum. And this is really getting embarrassing. You are grounded and that is final.
Don't ground me, 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 don't ground me.
Catherine Johnson, go to your room now. You are grounded.
Dave, I am going to sue you in court one of these days.
You know that if you do, the judge won't even bother holding the case. He entered the meeting early when Karen tried to sue this family.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Alright Catherine, we need to have a serious talk regarding your entitled attitude, especially telling the kids that they are too old for certain shows on TV. You never used to be this way.
Look, Dave, I don't have to listen to you. I make the rules, and I get to decide which shows Brian and Em are allowed to watch. And they are not allowed to be watching anything on PBS Kids because all of those shows are for babies.
Stop it. And listen to what I need to tell you. Like I told you a moment ago, you never used to behave like this. And this just isn't how you are normally. What in the world made you decide to act like an entitled Catherine, going around telling people that what they are currently doing is for babies? Catherine, enough with the temper tantrums. Catherine. 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 Catherine, wake up. Dinner is almost ready.
Oh no, this was just a dream. I only meant to take a nap for about 15 minutes, but I guess I was sleeping for at least a few hours.
You're right. You have been taking a nap for about 3.5 hours already, so you must have been pretty tired.
I was tired because I had so many things to get done yesterday. Anyways, I had another strange dream about the family.
Oh, really? What was it about this time?
You won't believe this, but I had this dream last night that I acted like an entitled Catherine again, only this time it was worse than before. I noticed Brian watching Bill Nye the Science Guy, and I told him to turn it off because he was too old to watch that show. And in reality, that show stopped airing on PBS Kids more than 20 years ago. Then I told you that you were too old to be watching The Simpsons.
My goodness, that does sound like a strange dream. On the bright side, at least you're not like that in reality, or anyone in this family. I was thinking, once the kids are done with homework, let's show them episodes of old PBS Kids shows that were popular during the 90s.
I like that idea, Dave. You can show Brian and Em those old programs, but I have other things to get done.
You know what I am thinking right now? I truly regret all of the bad things I have done in the not-so-distant past, when I became entitled. And I miss having my teaching job, and I may not get it back because Miss Martinez has been named the permanent teacher for DW's class. But I am open to teaching whatever grade I can teach next school year, that is if I get my old teaching job back. But for the time being, I can create a kids YouTube channel with nursery rhymes. Anyways, I am going to get my camera, so I can record an apology video for all the things I've done in the past. Now, I will put the camera on the tripod and begin recording. This will also be a podcast. Good afternoon, this is Miss Morgan speaking, and I am here to make this video because I have finally realized all of the bad things I have done in the past, ever since I was terminated from my teaching job at TheGoanimator High School. The first thing, I did become entitled while on the job, and I was claiming that I owned the classroom in which I was teaching. This happened February of last year. And because of my entitled behavior, I lost my job. Shortly thereafter, I became the manager of a Wendy's restaurant, and I hired troublemakers to change the menu. Then I went to the college where Arthur and Francine are currently attending, and demanded both of them not to be friends anymore. I got thrown off the campus by security because of that. During that time, I also became friends with Karen and Taryn. And one day, Karen and I went to the dog park and bothered Kors and his family for bringing the dogs to the park. 3 months ago, I was the new school principal at the special school where Larry Loud and Arthur attend. I hired troublemakers to be the new teachers. And then a month ago, I was the manager at AMC Theaters, where I hired my troublemaker friends to change the food items from popcorn to hamburgers and french fries, and in addition, I had the troublemakers put on baby shows inside the theaters while keeping the existing posters for the films that were playing at the theater at the time. I have to admit that I have done all of those bad things, and I regret being so entitled. Moving forward, I will change my behavior for the better, and I will never act entitled anymore. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Also, click the bell notification for future uploads, comment in the comments section, and give this video a like. Anyways, this is Miss Morgan signing off. Thanks for watching the video, and have a good rest of your afternoon. The video is finished. Now, time to connect the camera to my laptop, so that I can upload it to YouTube and Facebook. Alright, I have gotten a lot of comments since I uploaded the video. Let's take a look at what the viewers have to say. Wow, these comments must be really positive. In fact, I think I might get my job back soon. It's rather sad that I won't be teaching DW's class. However, I think there may be something better for me. I have to see what the superintendent has to say. Wow, I can't believe the superintendent is considering to have me become the new principal of Lakewood Elementary School. This is very likely going to be something I enjoy doing, even though I will miss being a teacher. However, at the same time, I could create a kids' YouTube channel dedicated to nursery rhymes. Anyways, this is some really good news.
Alright everyone, Brian, are you looking forward to your school performance tonight?
Indeed I am. This is going to be a very good show that my drama class is going to put on. And I think you all are going to really enjoy it.
I know Brian is going to do a very good job at his performance tonight because I have heard him rehearsing his lines for the play every single day just about. Brian, I really wish you all the best tonight.
Why thank you, Emma. That really means a lot to me. Anyways, I have to be at the school at 6:30 tonight, and the show begins at 7:15 in the auditorium. I hope you will be able to find good seats once we arrive at the school. What's wrong, Dad? I thought you were also happy to attend my school play tonight.
I don't want to attend the school performance tonight. I'd rather stay here and watch Barney and Friends and Cocomelon.
Oh no, here we go again. I thought Dad improved his behavior. But it seems like he has gone back to his childish ways. This is going to be really embarrassing.
I agree with you, Brian. And I am very surprised he is acting like this again. Now Dave, I thought you have improved your behavior, so for the love of Domino's Pizza, don't get us started with you going back to your childish ways. You need to attend Brian's school play because that shows you're supportive of him.
Why? I don't like going to school plays. They last for 2 hours and I get bored very easily during school plays. I'd rather stay home and watch Barney and CoComelon. Why?
Dave, that's not true at all. You used to enjoy going to school plays, especially when Brian and Emma were younger. Besides, I think you have been watching Barney and CoComelon for hours at a time, and it's time that you take a break every once in a while.
I don't want to go to the school performance. I don't want to go to the school performance. I don't want to go to the school performance. I don't want to go to the school performance. I don't want to go to the school performance. I don't want to go to the school performance. I just want to stay home and watch my favorite baby shows. Why?
Dave, stop it. You're attending Brian's school performance and that is final. Now, you are really embarrassing yourself, and you're especially embarrassing Brian and Emma. Why are you behaving like this all over again? You really improved your behavior until now. Why are you acting all childish today?
Hey, how dare you call me childish? You know that I can sue you for millions of dollars in court because you called me childish. I am not childish. I am not childish. I am not childish. I am not childish. I want you to let me stay home and watch Barney and CoComelon, you entitled Karen.
Dave, no! Stop calling me Karen. I am Catherine, not Karen. So for the love of Domino's Pizza, stop calling me Karen. That is really making me angry. That's it, Dave. I have had it with your childish behavior already. The kids and I are going to go for a walk, and then I need to have a serious talk with you about the way you are acting.
Do you know what day it is?
It's Brian's school performance, and you made an agreement that you would come along with us to see the play. Now stop kicking and screaming on the floor like the big baby you are acting like now.
To tell you the truth, this is all one big April Fool's. Ha 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 ha.
No.
Yes. It is April Fool's.
No, no, no. I cannot believe the kids and I fell for this. So this does mean that you're going to attend Brian's school performance tonight at 7:15.
Exactly, and I know Brian is going to do a very good job tonight. I have heard him practice every single day after he comes home from school.
And you're going to watch Barney and CoComelon another time?
Yes, I can watch those shows anytime, though I mostly sing those songs to the preschoolers and kindergartners while I take them to and from school and the bus.
Ha 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 ha.
You really got us good, Dave.
Well, I wanted to continue the April Fool's joke.
Actually, Dad, my school performance is on the 8th, which is a week from today. We were on spring break this week, and next week, classes resume.
You really got me good, Brian. I thought the performance was rescheduled for today, that's what your mother told me.
Well, that was me continuing the April Fool's joke. And speaking of the performance, I better go rehearse my part some more.
I will see you when dinner's ready, Brian.
See you in about 45 minutes to an hour.
Say, Dad, I would like to watch some Shining Time Station before dinner.
Well then, why don't we put on some episodes while your mother is preparing the dinner?
See you at dinner. I better go to the kitchen and make the food.
Notebooks, check. Binder, check. Pencils, check. Lunch, check. Textbooks, check. Homework, check.
It looks like I am all set for school. And what about you, Emma?
I'm all set for school as well.
In that case, we should walk to the bus stop because the bus is going to arrive within the next 10 to 15 minutes, and we don't want to miss the bus.
I agree with you, Brian.
Kids, I'm going to go to work right now, but I will see the two of you in the afternoon. Better get going before you miss the bus.
Emma, for some reason, the bus is running late, I think.
Maybe, it would be just a few minutes late, I guess. I cannot believe we've been stuck in traffic for about 5 minutes. I hope we don't arrive to school late.
I hope the same thing, but at least, we won't get into trouble with our teachers because the bus arrived to school late.
I totally agree with you, Brian. Maybe I won't get into trouble for arriving to school late because we're in traffic.
Who knows how much longer until the traffic starts moving again?
I know, right? The driver usually avoids going on the freeway during the morning commute. But today, for some reason, he decided to take the freeway.
Either way, we should be okay.
Finally, after being stuck in traffic for 20 minutes, I finally made it to school.
Hold it right there, Emma. You're in big trouble.
Miss Peterson?
Emma Johnson, you're about 20 minutes late to school.
I know. And I sincerely apologize, Miss Peterson. But as you see, we were stuck in rush hour traffic on the freeway for about 15 minutes, and that's why the bus arrived late.
I am sorry, but that is not a good enough excuse. I expect all of my students to show up to class when the tardy bell rings. And that includes you.
What are you talking about? You see, it isn't my fault that I showed up 20 minutes late to school. I would have shown up to class when the tardy bell rang if the bus hadn't been stuck in rush hour traffic on the freeway for about 15 minutes.
I'm still not going to accept that as a good excuse. And because you showed up 20 minutes late, you will be serving detention with me for an hour after school.
It's still not my fault. The bus being stuck in rush hour traffic is something that is beyond my control. Simple as that. You're being totally unfair right now.
Hey, don't you ever speak to me like that, young lady. I do not care about your excuses that you make up. I expect all my students to arrive on time. No exceptions. And I have a zero-tolerance policy for showing up late.
But Miss Peterson.
Don't you interrupt me while I'm talking. You will be serving detention with me after school, and that is final. Am I clear, Emma?
This is absolutely ridiculous. I told you multiple times that it isn't my fault the bus was stuck in rush hour traffic on the freeway. Stop acting like I was trying to skip class. You're another one of those people I like to call an entitled Karen.
Hey, don't call me an entitled Karen. That is against school policy. If you keep on speaking to me in that manner, then I will send you to the principal's office.
Fine, you win. But I'm telling her that you are giving me detention over something that wasn't my fault in the first place. I cannot tell if you're being delusional or you have a strict policy about not showing up to class late regardless of the situation.
Alright, that's it, Emma Johnson. Go to the principal's office, right now.
Really? Alright then, I am going to do exactly as I told you when I get to the office.
I never thought Emma would be such an entitled brat. She needs to learn herself some manners for once.
Hey, Emma, what bring you here to my office this morning?
Well, Principal Roberts, you will not believe this, but Miss Peterson gave me an after-school detention because I arrived late to school for reasons that are beyond my control.
Well, what exactly happened?
I arrived 20 minutes late to school because of something I cannot control, and that is, the bus was stuck in traffic on the freeway on the way to school. But Miss Peterson gave me an after-school detention because of that. And she told me she has a zero-tolerance policy for arriving late regardless of the situation. And that's why she sent me to your office.
Oh my goodness, Emma, this is absolutely unacceptable. I will not stand for this.
Why is it that I am getting in trouble over something I simply cannot control?
Don't worry, Emma, I am not upset with you at all. I am upset with Miss Peterson for having you serve after-school detention over something you have no control over.
Really?
Absolutely. The way she made you serve detention was totally unfair. I understand if you arrived to class late on purpose. But in this situation, it wasn't your fault, especially since the transportation director reported to me that some of the elementary buses were running late due to rush hour traffic.
I know, but what Miss Peterson told me, that was not enough to excuse me for arriving late to school.
Well then, I need to have a serious talk with Miss Peterson about the way she handled you arriving late to school. I will be right back, just wait in here for a few minutes.
Now, listen up you spoiled brats, you better not have come to class with your homework incomplete, because I had to give automatic zeros on any assignment that was either not completed or turned in late. Oh no, who could it be this time? I'll be right back.
Miss Peterson, may I talk to you for a few minutes?
Well, I think it has to do with that troublemaker Emma, who showed up to my class 20 minutes late.
Well, I am already aware of that, and the circumstance was something she could not control. But having her serve after-school detention for that is something that is not acceptable. Not to mention, it is not nice to call Emma a troublemaker.
Principal Roberts, she was 20 minutes late, and I expect all of my students to arrive on time, hand in their homework assignments on time, completed, so that they do well on the exams.
What do you not remember from new teachers' orientation when we hired you for the 2019-2020 school year?
I don't remember.
Clearly you must remember because you've been here for a few years. But let me tell you one more time. Sometimes, our students show up to class late for things that are beyond their control. And you cannot give students detention or have them stay in for recess because of that.
Oh my goodness, does this mean I cannot have Emma serve detention?
Exactly. I think you let your position as a teacher get the best of you.
But Emma was late.
For the love of Peter Piper Pizza, Miss Peterson, I've had enough of that nonsense. In fact, you can get your belongings, because you are terminated from your teaching job, and for the remainder of the day, I will substitute for your class. Tomorrow I will find a substitute who can fill in as an interim until we find a new teacher next school year. Now, get your stuff and leave the school.
Okay, fine, I never liked my job in the first place. Also, you're going to get a call from my lawyer, because you didn't have Emma serve detention.
Seriously, that is enough.
At any moment, the Zoom meeting with Karen and Arthur will start, and we're going to talk about what we are going to do this weekend. They invited me somewhere, all because they know I got grounded on my birthday last month, and they want to make it up to me. I hope they are going to take me to Chuck E. Cheese's and that my parents won't find me there this time around. Oh good, now the Zoom meeting is going to start. I can't wait for what they are going to tell me. Good afternoon, Arthur and Karen. Thanks for having me on the meeting.
You're very welcome, Joseph. Anyways, here is why Arthur and I are holding this Zoom meeting.
This is something you're going to really like. So we want you to listen very good.
You may not know this already,
but we are going to tell you anyways. Next weekend, CoComelon Live is coming to Goanimate City, and it's going to be held at the Civic Auditorium.
Wow, really? I didn't think it would ever happen. But I am so happy about it.
It's going to be next Saturday at 3 in the afternoon. And Karen and I decided to buy you a ticket for the event, because your parents would not take you to Chuck E. Cheese's for your birthday. This is going to be a lot of fun.
I know, this is going to be a lot of fun. Finally going to a CoComelon Live event in my entire life. Getting to sing my favorite songs in the world, including The Wheels on the Bus, Baby Shark, Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and so much more.
And so, what time should we pick you up? And where?
I'd say pick me up at the park, at 2:15 in the afternoon, and from there we head over to the concert.
That sounds like a wonderful idea then. So, Karen and I will see you next Saturday. And we're going to go to CoComelon Live.
Sounds like a good plan. Anyways, I'm going to get going for now, but I can't wait to go to CoComelon Live.
I can't wait for it either. Joseph, you have a fantastic rest of your afternoon. And Arthur and I will see you next Saturday. Take care.
This is very exciting, indeed. I'm finally going to see CoComelon Live, and when I go, this will be the very best day in my entire life. Well, it's 1:45 in the afternoon, time to head on over to the park, where Karen and Arthur are going to take me to CoComelon Live.
Joseph, why do you look so happy this afternoon?
Well, Mom and Dad, I am so happy that the weather is really good today. So I am going to go for a walk around the neighborhood.
Joseph, I'm glad that you're wanting to go for a walk around the neighborhood. But remember to be back here in no more than an hour and a half. And don't get yourself into trouble.
Okay, Mom and Dad. I'll see you in an hour and 30 minutes.
See you later, and remember, you have homework to get done.
Okay, I'm at the park. At any minute, Karen and Arthur are going to arrive and pick me up, and we're going to go to CoComelon Live. Oh good, I see Karen at the park entrance. Time to go to CoComelon Live.
All right, we are finally in the auditorium, and the show is going to start at any minute.
I know, right? I am so excited to see a CoComelon concert, at long last.
And same here. I've always wanted to sing songs like The Wheels on the Bus, Bingo, and Old MacDonald Had a Farm. This is going to be a lot like a Barney concert.
May I have your attention please? Welcome to CoComelon Live. Parents and children, enjoy the show.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and close, open and close, open and close. The doors on the bus go open and close, all through the town.
Now, everyone, let's sing the next verse together. The driver on the bus says move on back, move on back, move on back. The driver on the bus says move on back, all through the town.
You know what? I am having the best day in my entire life. finally being able to sing my favorite song in the whole wide world.
Joseph, I knew you would enjoy going to CoComelon Live. Even Karen and I are enjoying the show.
David, do you have any idea where Joseph could be right now? He said he was going for a walk, and he hasn't yet come home, and it's been over an hour and 30 minutes already.
I don't have an idea either. But I have a feeling he might have gone somewhere else, like to Chuck E. Cheese's or something.
Hey, Mom and Dad.
What is it, Kate?
I found this outside of Joseph's room. You might want to take a look at it.
Let me see. Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, my goodness. We cannot believe that Joseph went into CoComelon Live. We told him numerous times that he cannot go there, number 1, because he is still grounded, and number 2, he is too old for CoComelon. Let's head over to the Civic Auditorium right now. He is going to be in really big trouble.
We'll pick up DW on the way home from studying with Emily. Joseph, Christopher, Reed, you are in big trouble. And I mean really, 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 really big trouble.
Excuse me, but is there anything I can help you with today?
Joseph, how many times did we tell you that you can only leave the house to go for a walk around the neighborhood because you're grounded? You were gone for more than an hour and 30 minutes.
And second of all, we told you a number of times that you're too old to watch CoComelon, and now you attended a CoComelon concert. Tell us the truth how you got here.
Look, I can explain what happened. You see, Karen and Arthur bought me tickets to go to CoComelon Live, to make up for what happened on my birthday. So that's why I left the house, walked to the park, and Karen and Arthur took me to the Civic Auditorium so we can go to CoComelon Live.
I hope you're kidding us, Joseph. We also told you numerous times not to hang out with Arthur or Karen, because they are not a good influence on you. They teach you to act entitled, not to mention childish, like how you're acting right now.
In fact, I don't want to go home. I want to stay here and watch some more CoComelon.
Absolutely not. We're taking you home right now, so come with us.
I don't want to go home. 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 I want to stay here at the CoComelon concert.
Too bad, we're going home, and that is final.
Our sincere apologies, everyone. Now, let's continue with the show.
You are so grounded for 3 months. Now go upstairs to your room now.